Welcome to this Toolbox talk for manual handling at work. This talk will cover points to consider when planning manual handling and good techniques for carrying it out. Points to consider when planning your manual handling. Always use mechanical means or methods instead of manual handling where possible, such as using forklifts or pallet trucks. Know your capabilities and limits and only tackle jobs that you can comfortably handle. If not, ask for assistance or look at alternative ways to carry out the work. If you're moving from point A to point B, make sure the walkway is clear with reasonable lighting and that it is free from obstruction. Think about the personal protective equipment that will help you carry out the job safely, such as wearing protective gloves and safety boots or shoes. And finally, carry out a trial lift by rocking the load gently from side to side to assess the weight before you go ahead and lift it. Now let's look at some practical tips that you can implement when manual handling. Firstly, stand reasonably close to the load with your feet hip-width apart. It helps to have one foot slightly in front of the other and pointing in the direction that you intend to go. And one that many of us do intuitively, which is to bend your knees and try to keep your back straight at all times. Before you lift, make sure to get a secure grip on the load and breathe in before lifting, as this helps to support the spine. When carrying out the lift, you should attempt to lift by using your legs and not your back, and keep the load close to your body. Attempt to lift in a slow and smooth fashion, in other words, avoiding jerky or sudden movements. And it's also really important to avoid twisting your body when lifting or carrying a load. When two or more people are lifting, one person must take control to coordinate the lift. And lastly, something to remember. Manual handling continues to be the cause of a large proportion of workplace-based injuries. And although some of these tips may be intuitive or appear like common sense, it's worth trying to remember them when you're preparing to manually lift to minimize the risk of injury.